Yo, what's going on? We are back with a new look setup. All right, let's go, baby. Hopefully you got some great audio coming through on TikTok as well, as we are now officially, baby, mic'd up. That's right. We got Mike on the mic, and yeah, new setup here on YouTube. We've been busy, bro. Do you know what I mean? Holidays, they're not always times for holidays. So we've been absolutely working hard on bringing some quality content for you guys. Bits plays my man in the house. And yeah, you can all let me know that the audio quality is coming through. Should all be coming through nice and clear for you guys here on TikTok. And then, like I said, welcome back here on YouTube. As you can see, we've got a brand new setup. My social links down here. You guys are over here. And there's my little logo at the top there as well. So we are back, baby. And probably not soon enough, really. The market taking a bit of a hit today. We're going to break down exactly what's going on. And more importantly, what we need to be aware of. By the way, if you sold today, you are a chopper. All right, that's what I'm going to say. We're going to break down all that tonight. Anyway, hope you're all doing well. Thank you so much. Vern's coming in strong on TikTok. Man, it is good to be back. We're going to get into everything and anything. I will take all your thoughts, opinions, views, and questions. And by the way, just FYI, I now officially, though, have 2 mics. So we can now officially do, like, live interviews. Man, you guys are crushing it on TikTok straight away. Let's get it, baby. So yeah, France was fantastic, by the way. Hopefully you guys caught some of my videos. I just had no data. It was awful. The signal was terrible. I managed to get on Vern's live, which was fun. But yeah, the actual signal was garbage where I was. And it was mega hot as well. I mean, literally the hottest thing I've ever witnessed in my entire life. When we landed on the plane, we landed in France last Sunday. By the way, Bitcoin was above where it is now, just saying. It was 37 degrees at 6:30 at night. That's hot for me, right? I can't cope with that. It never dropped below 34 the whole time we were there, and it peaked at about 38 when we came back. So much so that it actually caused the fuel to leak out of the fuel tank on the aeroplane, so we were delayed, which is why I didn't go live last night, because I actually didn't get in till about half an hour before the stream should have started, so I just couldn't do it. But anyway, enough about my holiday. That is now a thing of the past. It's all about the market. All right, we're going to break down what's going on. So, yeah, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. As always, do tap in if you're here. And, yeah, welcome to you all. I appreciate you. We're bullish today after all this news. Yeah, honestly, some crazy shit going on in the markets that so many people don't even see. But we're going to try and break it down for you. Anyway, let's say hello to a few people. 37, good to see you. 2-bit when you were away, we brought them up. I know you did. You guys just chopped it up. Anyway, you set of choppers. We're back. We'll fix it. JFR, good to see you. Blazer. What's going on? Tim Shay, love you guys have changed all your names as well while I've been off. I like it. Good to see you. Gonzalo's here. You've all got little ats in front of your names on YouTube, which is kind of fun, isn't it? Tomato Pete's here. Curtis here. Lucky's here as well. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Swamp in the building. Sammy, Unibox, welcome to you. She busted me homes 45S1, whatever that is. It's all got your like ats on it. It's kind of wild anyway. Kind of wild, but I'm enjoying it. It's fun. So yeah, good to see you guys. Welcome, Cheese. Yours is literally changed entirely. I wonder why YouTube's done that. That's kind of super weird, isn't it? Anyway, we'll, I'm sure, get through it all as well. Vincent, good to see you, man. Cool Cats. If I do miss some of you guys, it is clearly because you have a different name than when I went away. So lots of things have changed. And then welcome to TikTok crew. JJ, good to see you. Bits Plays here as well. Les, good to see you. Crypto Vern as always. Welcome, buddy. Appreciate you. As always, if you didn't catch Vern's live on Wednesday, you missed out. Crypto Watcher, welcome. It was like 36 degrees when I dialed into his live stream. Ollie, welcome as always. Like I said, do make sure you're dialing in, share us far and wide, let people know we're live because we have got a lot to get into. So there you go. Here it is. I mean, everyone was like, oh, 2-bits, useless. We're absolutely sending the market to the moon. Turns out you're all lying. What's important, though, is some of these key charts. Again, I will see you in just 1 second. Oh, hold on a minute. You need to go that way, don't you? There you go. There you go, TikTok. You can see my screen as well, so we can keep you dialed in. And let me know just let me know with a thumbs up that the audio quality is exactly what you need and expect. Anyway, Tim, I am on it. Fix it 2-bit. I tried today, by the way. What's important to reference here, and again, this is something you need to understand. It's like, should I panic? Is the market over? So many people will have told you that Bitcoin was done today, the cycle was finished, and da-da-da-da-da. And then you kind of look at the charts, you go, ah, man, where are we at in the charts? Look at this. It perfectly hit on this top support line. Equally, when we got the breakout, and this is why, you know, everyone was kind of getting pretty excited. Everyone was like, oh, here we go, the Bitcoin super cycle, blah, blah, blah. Actually, it doesn't make any difference until you can continually hold this break. We didn't get it. What's important is the bounce coming off here. I'll talk a little bit about why the market did what it did. Lots of uncertainty today. And actually, one of the biggest drivers, I think, isn't the whole Trump, EU, Putin, Zelensky stuff. It's not that. It's something else. I'm going to show you why it's important to reference it. But what we do know is nice bounce. I was hoping we get back above into this range, consolidating once again, confirms that actually these 2 points are very critical in terms of how this market structure is playing out. But if you are in doubt, and I hate this phrase, but if you're in doubt, zoom out, look at the macro and understand where we are. Well, if you take a look at the macro, you go, do you know what? Well, that's kind of fine, isn't it? That's kind of fine. I don't really care. This is just a perfect move. Take the bottom, go up to the top, and you kind of go, well, that's kind of all right. Yeah, all right. We kind of move up and move down, whatever. I also talked about Bitcoin dominance. Yes, we saw the breakdown, but look, we actually hit this lower resistance line that we were hoping we would break through. This is the key line, 58.80 that I've been talking about forever. Yes, we confirm altcoins had a move. And actually, when you look at today, you can see that not did they get smashed, but they didn't get as obliterated as we've seen previously with such aggressive moves down on Bitcoin. So overall, actually today might feel like the world's ended, but for me, I'm just a bit like, well, do you know what? This is just kind of natural. This is just a normal thing, all right? It's just a normal way the market moves and exactly where we are. Now, when you get into some of the altcoin markets, Ethereum, for example, people might tell you to freak out. Ethereum's going to zero. Again, it isn't. Look at where it's supporting on. Look at some of these key lines. This is why it's important to reference markets. Look at this. Resistance, 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 break on resistance. Again, the natural retest. All right, it's taken a week. That's fine. Obviously, the big news while I was away, this big old fat massive red candle here, was that PPI data that came in, which, by the way, was a fucking disaster. But if you caught my video that I put out, if you actually broke down PPI, you were kind of like, definitely not as bad as people are making out. Just my opinion. And actually, that's why we saw stocks and everything else take a bit of a collapse. So overall market sentiment, I actually think it's totally fine. I'm just a bit like, well, that's cool. That's cool. We hit some support. That's fine. Do you know what I mean? We didn't go any lower. The actual momentum candle here on the daily is very bullish, in fact, and actually, therefore, could support us going into tomorrow with a decent move as well. Now, there's some macro things we need to be aware of, but I will absolutely break it down as well. So, again, we can see this kind of big thing that kind of comes in here. This on Ethereum, Solana, down 4%, no surprise. You've seen strong volatility that comes in on that. Cardano had a nice breakout, did obviously then come down as well. Crackerjack, what's going on, pal? Good to see you, as always. Do a bit on your TikTok channel. On the shop section, there's office chairs for sale, quite reasonable. Thanks, 37. I appreciate it. It's just not the same, and I can't put my freaking logo on it. Anyway, Solana holding up. Cardano doing pretty well. XRP back above 3. Lots of people would have freaked out. In fact, lots of people did freak out. We saw some pretty high selling today. But again, comes back above that support. And is basically, if you were like, oh, XRP dropped 0.5, people would be like, all right, that's fine, whatever. Who cares? Nadal, what's going on, pal? Welcome to you, as well as, you know, the rest of the altcoin market, BNB, Algorand holding up. Nothing in the green today, so that tells you kind of where the sentiment of the market was until you get to the bottom. S&P 500 still rallies. The NASDAQ still rallying. Lots of optimism. Good news, Coinbase stocks coming back at 320 as well, which is always a positive as well. And by the way, the UK FTSE actually moved up very marginally today. So, look, that's kind of giving you a bit of a way of where the market is. I think it's more important to get into why, where we are, and what I think is going to come next, which I think is important as well. Newsflash, Trump has added in the condition for peace to build a golf course and a McDonald's in Doribas. Nice. Doribas. Love it. I'm holding low cap coins, which got very good potential. 100x when alt season starts. Hey, Mohammed, that's a good shout. Bossman, Has Altcoin season started? I love that. I would argue that it was very close to, but we didn't quite get what we wanted to. It's driven by Ethereum. Ethereum, by the way, is still 4.354, which is pretty decent, but yeah, full on like ultra mega. Let's absolutely send it altcoin season. Probably not yet. Probably not yet. But hopefully we're going to see that pretty soon as well. Hopefully. And that says, I missed you. Hey, bro, I missed you too. By the way, I did try and do a live, but I just couldn't do it. I did get on Vern's live for a little bit, but it was pretty hard work. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie. What do you think? And how far are we away? I mean, look, I don't think we're far away. I think I talked last time I was live, which was like, what, a week ago. Is it still not working, Holmes? I did check it. So all my YouTube videos are going into there. The live streams, everything feels like it's connected. I just need to double check why it's not letting people in. Everything else is working, which is bizarre, but I'll definitely check a look. I'm a bit behind on some content, but I will definitely check it tonight. That doesn't make any sense that you can't do that. But anyway, I will definitely look at it for sure. I feel like I remember this happening before on CryptoJet to sort it out. Anyway, we will get it fixed. So this is where the market sits. It's all fine, in my opinion. And yeah, let's get into a couple of reasons. And let's get into a little bit of news and sort of understand why it's going to go. So look at this. Bitcoin apparently just flashed a legendary signal. The signal? The golden cross has only appeared 3 times in Bitcoin's history. Now, this is on the weekly candle chart. 2016, we saw plus 264% move. 2017, 2,200. 2020, 1119. 2025, allegedly is now flashed again for the 4th time. This is how legends are made. If you believe that, then you'll believe anything. However, the important reference to Merc here is on the weekly. This is move from Merlin the Trader. Merlin the Trader is, well, he's there. What's going on, Brandon? Good to see you back. Man, it's really awkward with your @ names. You guys need to sort it out. Thoughts on XRP? Divine Bro, bullish. Golden Cross has just come in on the weekly candle on the MACD, which we've kind of talked about before. The MACD is not the greatest of indicators, by the way. It's a bit of a lagging indicator, but anyway, we'll take it right now. We'll take it today. So again, this is kind of where we get to. We potentially see a sort of breakout come in, which will be positive. Again, we probably need to see what happens tomorrow. I'd like a close above this range. My view, by the way, a 117 close. People might think I'm crazy. It's only $500, but 115 would be good. Sorry, 117 would be good. That would be a good hold above that line. And I think that would be a good news story, right? So anyway, this is one of the things I want to talk about. So obviously Saylor bought more Bitcoin today. Great. Bought $51.4 million worth of Bitcoin. Everyone's like, hey, let's go, Saylor. He's buying. However, and this is what I don't think the market liked, and no one's really talking about this, there was a change to the equity ATM guidance, which wasn't particularly great, right? It's not great. Doesn't matter how you look at it. It's just not particularly great. So they acquired 430 Bitcoin, 51.4 million, obviously raising more debt to purchase Bitcoin, right? They now have a BTC yield of 25.1% year to date. Okay, that's fine. You're definitely living in the past because you just bought it at 119,666. So this is previous kind of moves. And it's great that they bought Bitcoin. It's not great that they changed the MSTR equity ATM guidance, right? That's not great. And I'll tell you why in a minute. So again, good news he bought Bitcoin. All right, cool. He continues to buy Bitcoin. Happy days. This is what isn't particularly great, by the way. This is what isn't particularly great. And actually, when you sort of break it down a little bit, so they announced an update to the MSTR equity ATM guidance to provide greater flexibility in executing our capital markets strategy, right? What's going on, Craig? So we believe shareholders benefit from management flexibility in executing our capital market strategy. Basically, what happens is they will be able to issue more MSTR shares, right? To then offset debt repayments, which then devalues the original MSTRs. And people were a bit like, what? So again, I'm not saying that he's going to start dumping loads of MSTRs, but it's kind of wild that they will do it. So look at this. Below 2.5x MNAV, strategy will tactically issue MSTR to pay interest on debt obligations, fund preferred equity dividends, and 3, when otherwise deemed advantageous to the company. What? You got to decide that's a thing? This is like 2 weeks like previous. You just can't change it. Like, it's kind of wild to think about. But yeah, equally then, you see it there. Strategy will consider issuing credit to repurchase MSTRs below 1.0x MNAV. So it's kind of like, okay, we're going to actively issue MSTR by Bitcoin. That's fine. If we like see this number, and then we can just basically go, well, we kind of don't really like it. So like, whatever, we're just going to kind of just issue more MSTR. It's just not great. And by the way, that's a change from where it was 2 weeks ago. So I don't particularly think the markets liked this. Obviously, there's a little bit of nervousness around the kind of interest rates and all the rest of it. But this is a big deal. Like, you've got to imagine, like, people like BlackRock own like 3% of this now. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. You think everyone decided to change their name when you were in France? I mean, it's kind of wild that you are, because yours is at BD69-69, which, I mean, says a lot about you, to be honest. And the fact that Holmes' name takes up more space than his actual comments is kind of crazy. Oh, dear. And it's Tim Shea Crypto, which I kind of like. That's fine. Cool Cat Coding 8337. You guys need to sort these names out. It's going to stress me out for the whole time I'm doing it. And I don't think I can actually change it. Weirdly, unless it's like a setting that I've somehow like cocked up. I think it's me, but I'm not sure. One time! What's going on? Welcome here. How long can XTC hit $5? I don't know. I'll take a look at the charts in just a minute. We will see. Hey, there we are. Yee! Ah! Sounds awkward when I say that. Anyway, Gonzalo. Good to see you, buddy. Right. So this is not good news, okay? It's kind of okay as long as he doesn't start doing this crazy shit here at the like below 600, between 210 and $600. You don't want to be in this range, right? So MSTR, let's get sorted, all right? Good news. Okay. In other news, though, I guess in more positive news, and this is why today, yet again, when you look at the yeah, I know, sorry, Vern. When you look at the technical side of things, you're like, and then you kind of look at what's going on. Volkswagen Group Singapore announced that a partnership with the leading Singapore headquartered major payment institution, FOMO to enable digital currency payments for its vehicles. Hey, good news, you can go buy a Volkswagen with Bitcoin. Hey, that's kind of positive, isn't it? As top of, by the way, the Canada's $216 billion public sector pension investment board disclosed its first ever Bitcoin exposure, which is interesting. So pensions feel like it's the next big sort of mover into this market, which is kind of good news. So yeah, fingers crossed. Canada going big on Bitcoin. Now let's go. And then finally, I thought this was interesting as well. Good old China, 1.72 trillion China merchant bank subsidiary launches a 24/7 Bitcoin trading in none other than Hong Kong. You'll be able to trade directly Bitcoin and Ethereum and USDT, which I'm not really sure why you'd want to do that. But anyway, through the virtual asset account, CMB International Securities will continue to expand its virtual asset trading scope and upgrade its functionality in a steady and gradual manner within the risk management and compliance framework. So basically, China's back in Bitcoin. They're sort of sneaking it through Hong Kong. Yeah, do you know what? Get out of here, China. Mike, it looks like your end, you're having the @ function set for the names. Oh, really? Well, I don't know how to change it if that's the case. I don't, but because all I do is pull the chat out from the YouTube bit. So it must be like a YouTube setting or something. I don't know if I can change it. Customization. Anyone can get in, blah, 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 redirect, monetization, details. Yeah, I think it's just a YouTube thing. I think it's just a YouTube thing, to be honest. But hey, it is what it is. I'll get through it. Hong Kong's been a gateway. Yeah, 100%. I mean, literally 100%. You've never said a more true word. How much longer the Bullrun do you think we have left? I'm still sticking to my prediction of end of October. The family and I went to New York, then Colorado for skiing. Nice. Will Altseason ever begin? I mean, I hope so, Jack. Fingers crossed. I mean, we kind of had a little bit of a flavor for what altcoin season looks like, but then PPI as well as, you know, kind of a few other big things smashed us to pieces. But Flixton, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it, my man. Appreciate the follow, as always. So yeah, many YouTube have changed it for everybody in the chat. It's under that YouTube @ name. Yeah, that's crazy, isn't it? Anyway, look, see, Lauren, what does Lauren say? Holy crap, Lauren, it's wild. Anyway, right. Good. That is kind of where we are. We'll keep an eye on Bitcoin. Again, I'd like to see it push up a little bit further, but you can't deny that on the 4-hour chart. We've had 3 consecutive, that's 12 hours of pumping green, baby. So let's hope we continue to see this move to the upside. All right, good. Let's talk a little bit about some news, and then we'll get into kind of your questions, your thoughts, your charts, all the rest of it. Shout out to everybody tuning in. We are back. I've been away for a week, but like I said, I am here to bring you all the crazy crypto news that you're ever going to need. So do your bit, support me, help me out, it'd be great. Right, this is a new feature from YouTube. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. I don't understand why they've done it. I definitely think it's better with just your nicknames, but anyway, maybe it's all part of the weird top fan things and all that kind of new things. I'll check it out when I get a chance. End of October, Bullrun, and your prediction. Yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at. Like back end of October, dependent on a couple of things. We've got to be mindful, right? As much as people would go, oh, yep, 25th of October, end of the bull market, sell everything. a lot of stuff can happen. You could get to the 23rd of October and Trump could go, yep, we're going to buy 1 million Bitcoin. Like, well, the Bullrun's not going to be over 2 days later, is it? So we'll see. We'll see. Nope, I'm not donating any XRP to you, sir. That is not how that happens. I don't have any to give away anyway. I'm here, but invisible to you, cheese. What's going on, Lauren? Anyway, right. Bitcoin is down, but treasury firms are buying the dip. And your friends and mine, the ETF platform, continues to buy Bitcoin today. I actually tweeted this out. Again, look at this. BlackRock buying nearly 1,000 Bitcoin while everyone's selling. BlackRock are buying. Fidelity buying as well today. In fact, the only people that sold, Cathie Wood, ARK21, decided she did not want 485 Bitcoin, so dumped it. Grayscale buying. Again, interesting to think about that. Overall market will be bullish on Bitcoin for ETFs. And that just follows through. And we're going to talk a little bit about this and why this is so important. And you know, I sort of allowed myself a little bit while I was on holiday to kind of deep dive into some of this stuff. And there is definitely a narrative between market dumps and then treasury companies and ETFs, etc., buying more Bitcoin. Like, definitely. One time says, I think November, but we'll go into 2026. I mean, there's definitely arguments for both. I think there's a lot of arguments for the 4-year. If the 4-year cycle is not dead, it ends in October. If the 4-year cycle is dead, we probably got 2026. Anyway, institutions remain surprisingly bullish on Bitcoin, using their deep pockets to capitalize on buying opportunities every time the digital asset goes lower. Exactly what I was saying a minute ago. And actually, we see this with Sailor buying more. We also see it, by the way, with ETH. Bitcoin miner TerraWolf announcing $400 million private note. Again, they're now going to push a 60 million upsize option on the crypto market. So again, pure Bitcoin value to broader computing strategy. They're going to buy more Bitcoin. Bitmine ETH holdings hit 6.6 billion. I mean, think about that. This is Tom Lee's new venture. Again, he's absolutely setting out to be the sailor of Ethereum. Very interesting that we actually now see another boom. So although markets dumped today, and you could argue it kind of is a dump from all-time high, it's just not anywhere near the top. In my opinion, I could be wrong. I'm just a guy that talks about cryptocurrency on the YouTube channel and on TikTok, by the way. But when you've got companies, you know, raising debt to buy more Bitcoin and buy Ethereum, you kind of get into a world of going, well, it's just not possible that this is the end. So, like I said, lots of other people and lots of other companies are buying. Total Bitcoin futures, by the way, was mostly flat over the 24-hour period at 82.94 billion. Again, you would expect futures to come down. Lauren, yeah, I can see it. I don't know why everyone's like freaking out. I can see it. You'd expect this to come down a little bit, and it isn't. So people are still pretty much optimistic about where the market's going to go. And I think this is important. Like I said, with these two buying more and more Bitcoin, it is good news. Right. For all you XRP fans out there, analysts are now predicting that utility run is coming. This is going to see XRP break $100. Yep. Okay. Good news. I'm down for it. I'm down for it. Barry C. I don't think he's any relation to the Barry Island or to any of those sort of people. Barry C, though, drawing attention to the long-term future of XRP. According to him, the token's price is far from being shaped by altcoin season and 4-year cycle, leaving an entirely different scenario. Still unexplored, and believes XRP will eventually enter a utility run and value could raise beyond levels seen today, moving to $100 first and then finally settling at $1,000. Let's hope so, eh? I'm not going to give this any more airtime. I just thought it'd be funny because I haven't been here for a while that these are still out there. So we've got companies buying lots of Bitcoin. We've got companies buying lots of Ethereum. We've got this whole treasury kind of arms race who can buy the most amount of cryptocurrency. You've got ETFs buying. The only people that are selling right now are Cathie Wood's ARK21 and retail investors. Now, we also have a big event coming up. And I'm sure you guys are all dialed in to be like, what the hell? Where did this sneak up for us? 2-bit, we can't take any more of Jerome Powell. Get him off. Unfortunately, we are going to have to. Now, we've talked about this before. We've obviously covered this a number of times, actually. But Jerome Powell will be talking at Jackson Hole. Now, it's not some sort of 1980s particular type of movie that certain individuals, I think, enjoy. You know, it's not going to be that. But it is important to reference that this is going to be coming up. Could completely shape it. Now, the reality is, by the way, the reality here is that you are literally smoking something if you don't think we're going to get Fed rate cuts. Analysts are now predicting, by the way, 4 rate cuts by the end of the year. 83.2% now. This was 100%, by the way. 83.2%. We get a rate cut in September. Also, we're going to get one in October, potentially even a 50 basis points cut in September, in October, which would be pretty good. And then December, potentially even the same, heading to a 3.5% interest rate. That would be nearly 1% based on where we are right now, and could even go significantly higher. Jerome Powell talking at Jackson Hole will be important to think about it. Market participants will obviously be very, very cautious of what's going on. And again, he will be at Jackson Hole to talk all things cryptocurrency, which I think is important. Remember, last year he dumped the markets like a complete twat. But hopefully we don't get that again. Hopefully we don't get that again. Again, his 22 speech at Jackson Hole focused on economic pain, triggering a notable reaction to the crypto markets. Bitcoin experienced swift value corrections. You would hope it would be the other way around. By the way, by the time he speaks about this, you'll have the August tariff news in, the July tariff news in, inflation data should be better. We'll have had a couple of other job reports come in. So, you know, they could very much, Jerome Powell could do it, couldn't he? Let's face it. Like, he could come in and be like, oh, this is like super crazy. I think it's going to be great. You know, we'll have to kind of wait and see where it is. That's kind of my view. But historically, by the way, he has always kind of, you know, made a bit of a shit of it. That's the honest answer. That's the honest answer. But yeah, I think it's this week though. I think it's like 22nd or something. Can anyone confirm that? Let me find out. I think it's this week. I think it's like Thursday or something. Let me just bring up the economic calendar. Here we go. Here we go. So we get Christopher Waller speaking. That doesn't really make any sense. We get the minutes of the Federal Reserve FOMC meeting. That'll be interesting on Wednesday. And then, yeah, here we go. Jackson Hole, Friday. So Friday the 22nd, this week, we got Jerome Powell all by himself going to be telling us all about economic policy in the US. Pretty exciting. On the back of potentially jobless claims coming in, which is expected to be flat week on week. So again, nothing really too crazy. Next week, though, PCE. We got PCE index coming in, 0.3. Another moment in time where we see if the market's going to take an absolute massive shit or not. Fingers crossed it doesn't. But anyway, that's where we get to. That's where we get to. And yeah, we'll see how that plays out, in my opinion. The funny part is with all this buying, we're going down. Manipulation, yeah, well, that's it. Interest rate cut in September, yes. Ollie Holmes, I think it's pretty much guaranteed. Pretty much guaranteed, if I'm honest. That would be where I'd be at. I mean, you can never guarantee anything in this life, but interest rates in September, you probably can. Jack says, biggest alt season ever. Let's hope so. Definitely has a possibility. We'll have at least 2 months of pumping so hard you will think you are printing money. Again, I hope so. Would you buy in Ethereum now? Don't know. I know that's not the answer you want, but I don't know if I would or not. 2-bit, you are speaking at Jackson Hole this year. Yeah, it's Friday. It's Friday. 2-bit, what do you think of the market's just dumped into a bear market, missing a third cycle? I don't think that's possible at all. I mean, if people tell you we're in a bear market, they're absolutely just off their head. Like, how could we possibly be in a bear market? 420 snuck in. Didn't see that. What's going on, pal? You made the trip yet or not? I mean, I've been away a week. Haven't spoken to anybody, so fingers crossed. You know, love is in the air. Every time he looks around, love is in the air. 420's in town, and she knows he's on his way to do it. Anyway, let's move on. Let me sell this crusty old pick out a sec. This is my spare account since my main hates me. Okay, good news. You think we're going to see more of a pullback? I mean, we could definitely see, like, I think I tweeted out this. So I have a lower resistance line here set at 113. I mean, if you think about this as a move, then, you know, historically, we are probably in a world. Could we see a retest of 100K? I know some people are calling it, but feels like a long way down, doesn't it? You know, 110 probably feels like a bit more of a psychological 100K. I mean, 100K is like down here somewhere, which would be a pretty big move down if you ask me. I mean, you're talking a 13% correction. Could happen over the course of a week, perhaps. You know, maybe Jackson Hole maybe, you know, Jerome Powell says the economy's shit and jobs have gone and Trump's killing everybody and all the rest of it. And, you know, the whole Russia-Ukraine thing's going to be a disaster. And then PCE comes in and that's a disaster. And 300,000 jobless claims come in. And yeah, maybe that's all, you know, maybe we could see that massive dump. It just doesn't feel like that's going to happen. Could be wrong, though. DK says 100 to 110. Yeah, I definitely think I'd sit further on the 110 line as opposed to the 100 line. But again, crazy things have happened in bull markets. Tantubit was in France. It's taken over. Well, I mean, all I would say is I was in the nice bit, south of France. I was like an hour from the Spanish border. You'd have to have longer hair than Gandalf for that. I mean, that's true as well. I can't see it, but seems better. I mean, that's true. That's true. Right. Jackson Hole has a sister. You guys. We're back. We're back. We're talking absolute freaking nonsense. Anyway, such is life. Such is life. Right. Anyway, good news. Right. Okay. Let's talk about something else than Jackson Hole. So we've done the economic calendar. Jerome Powell hopefully is not going to kill the markets. That would be good news. Like I said, we definitely are seeing further inflows on ETFs. They continue to buy as they do for Bitcoin and Ethereum as well. So this is kind of positive news. And then hopefully the market can keep rallying. 116,599. We are green since we started the live stream. So look, hopefully we'll start to see this kind of push up a little bit further. So over to you. I don't have anything else. That is kind of a quick update on the news. That's a quick update on where we are. Let's hang out. Let's chat. Let's talk about what's on your mind. Let's talk about things that you've got going on. And hopefully we'll sort of get into a couple of bits and pieces. So one time since I've been hearing pullbacks in September. How could that be? Well, September historically is a relatively bearish month. You could see on here. Let me bring this up for you guys. But yeah, historically, September's not a great month, particularly for Bitcoin and Ethereum. So take a look at this. September here, historically minus 3.77 is the average, medium at 4.35. So take the top and bottom off. Gives you to a negative mark. Well, a 4% decline from our current price range, you know, takes us to what? I mean, like 112? Maybe even a bit lower. Like, yeah, 3.5 is 112. So, you know, I guess when we talk about 110, September is generally a month that would see it. October would be very bullish. The only thing is, obviously, if we dump to 110, you would then need to add 20% to 110. Where does that get us to as a matter of curiosity? Well, let's go to 110. Let's then add 30% to 110. Gets you to, well, do you know what? Probably gets you to within my price range. I've been talking 150 would be 35% from a 110 price range. That's probably not that crazy to think about, is it? And then November tends to be bullish as well. So that would be the debate. If you went, you know, if you push the market back a little bit and said, well, actually a second week in November could be where it's at. You could see a 50% move. That takes you to about 170. Could be, you know, could be. But historically, Bitcoin is relatively bearish in September, bullish in October. So yeah. So in your theory, you start pumping in October and it ends in October. Well, I'm saying that well, think about this. I just sort of made my point there that it depends what you think the market cycle top is. If you were to say, well, I think the market cycle top's 200K and you got a 50% move in October from 110, which would be the average for September, well, where does that get you to? Well, let's think about it. So you go 110, 50% as a month of October gets you to 170. That's not unrealistic to think about that. And then, you know, it just collapses. Equally, though, you could argue, and like I said right at the very start, there is an argument to say the narrative could run to 2026. At the minute, for me, the 4-year cycle's still in place. I'm like, well, do you know what? I'll probably get to the point where I think that's where the market gets to, but we'll see. So no problems in France. I heard French people don't like it, or no, absolutely zero problems with France. It was great. Everyone was, well, I say everyone was super nice. That's not true, actually. The French don't like the English. Like, they just don't like us. I've been to France 3 times. I did Paris ages and ages ago, and they were super weird there. And then we met some brilliant French people, by the way. Some were fantastic. I tried to learn a little bit of French. I was trying to learn a little bit of the language, so you're not like this kind of really awkward tourist. But some people just like weren't interested. They were like, no anglais, and you're like, okay, I literally just want to like get this. They're like, no anglais, and you're like, I'm just like holding them something. No anglais. I'm like, fuck off then. Do you know what I mean? I'll go to the next person. I personally feel like typical bear cycles are coming to an end. Yeah, with institutional buying, you would argue that's probably the case. So did you buy anything crypto while you were on holiday? I didn't buy anything crypto while I was on holiday. I did buy crypto while I was on holiday, though, if that makes sense. I love back and forth pullbacks. Yeah, well, that's true as well. That's true as well. I feel like there's some breaking news coming in, but it's all like from people that I just don't feel have got a reputation to have good news. So I know Tomato Pizza, and I don't want to bring up crap news, otherwise I'm gonna get dragged into the gutter, and I don't want to get dragged into the gutter on my first stream back after being on holiday. So I'm just gonna have a quick look. I'm just gonna have a quick look, see what the news are. Breaking news. That's not breaking news. No one cares about that. No one cares about that. Just in Pump Fund now controls 91.8% of Solana meme coin launchpad volume. That's pretty crazy, isn't it? Learning new. Yeah, Pump Fund seems like it's coming back right now. And yeah, none of that is important. None of that is important. Unless SEC concerns with Trump media's true social. I saw that earlier. Yeah, nothing else is happening. What is this? Oh man, do you know when people make a mistake and like do stuff they shouldn't have done? Why have they done that? Oh god, why would they do that? What a set of absolute choppers. Oh, god, I can't always change it. Hold on a minute. Thoughts on Injective? Yeah, a few people are pretty bullish on Injective, actually. I don't necessarily think it's like the craziest of things in the world, but I think it had a big run. Not sure where it is now. Do we have it on here? I think we do. Yeah, Injective. Here we go. Down 7% on the day. Ooh. Is probably consolidating in line with the market. Is quite a way down. MACD just trending bullish. Looks like, though, it is trending down, which is not great. So, yeah, be mindful of that one for sure. Did you see that Flare isn't just going to allow you to stake, but they are offering you to borrow? Yeah, I saw that. Who tweeted that? Someone tweeted that, actually. Someone tweeted the fact that Flare looks crazy, by the way. They're going to offer you, like, staking rewards on XRP and, like, offering you, like, collateral reserve stuff. It's, like, wild. Thanks to RP. I know. Breaking news is amazing. Oh, get out of here. Get out of here. 37th, trouble understanding the French with the Yorkshire accent. Honestly, I'm good at speaking French. I'm good in, I can speak a little bit of Russian that I'm trying to learn because I think it'd be cool to learn Russian. And yeah, my French is actually okay. I just like, you have to just be really short and sharp with things. So you're like, merci, au revoir. And they're like, look at me like, sounds a bit weird when he says it, but it's fine. Don't feel bad too bad. I live in Canada and Quebec. I hate a lot of the Canadians. Yeah, honestly, the French are just a bit weird. I mean, don't get me wrong, the country's not great and the people are nice, but some of them are just absolute choppers. Proper choppers. But yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Anyway, ETH has reached its bottom and a 5K next. Let's hope so. Thoughts on Injective? I said that, didn't I? Trench, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. As well as Willis100. Thank you for the follow as well. Appreciate you guys. As always, we love you guys, and we appreciate you tuning in as well. As always, do the right thing though. You know what to do. Tap that screen, lock it in, hit the follow. Bullish. You don't know any French. I didn't say I was fluent in French at all. I know a few words. I know a few words. All right. I'm a little bit better with German. If I'm absolutely dead honest, I'm a little bit better with German. But yeah. That's right. XRP was added to sit on mining app. Yeah, I heard about that actually. Yeah, I heard there was a lot going on with XRP recently as well. So obviously got some videos coming out about it. Gonna get caught up on everything tonight. Keeping you guys dialed in. Hopefully you're bullish as I am, because I am pretty bullish on what's going on in the markets. It's gonna be great. Also, if you haven't already, let's take a look at some DeFi plays, which will be super bullish as well. Not really a lot going on. I did actually do a couple of videos today. I've got one more coming out, but yeah, a couple of good coins as well. Weird nickname Curtis, but I'll let it slide. Yeah, Curtis loves it. Great app, well worth it. Yeah, I'll take a look at it for sure. Take a look at it. Actually, you should apologize for not seeing my message when I said hello multiple times. Okay, you're not talking to me. But yeah, there is some good projects out there that are definitely doing some good things as well. So Simon the Gator. This one now sitting at $2.2 million market cap, looking pretty bullish actually. Nice little mover and shaker. If you're interested, not financial advice. It never is on this channel. We just talk about coins that we think are good. Yes, Trench. I am into meme. I'm probably more into meme coins than I've been for a while actually. But only good ones. I have a new strategy when it comes to meme coins now, which is just have conviction in good meme coins. I think it's a good idea. Rather than try and spray and get hold of anything, just have some good conviction, get some good plays, and then see what's going on with it. So, yeah, that's where I get to right now, and I'm bullish on this one. So I think this could be good news. And then SPX 6969, this one might be worth the time. Again, not financial advice, just saying. Have a video coming out about this. This one looks solid as well on Solana. Solana meme coins are definitely good fun. Stardog says XRP is in a bear market. ETH is donezo and BTC is cooked. What's going on, Stardog? Good to see you, pal. Same as it's the way to go. I'm not your typical trencher. Yeah, honestly, I've tried it. There's nothing wrong with having a little bit of a kind of mess around, you know, with a small proportion, but have some conviction in some solid plays and then see what happens. That's kind of my view. But yeah, I mean, look, there are always going to be some great coins out there and there always isn't. It's just life, isn't it? So, like I said, we're going to get our Discord set up. I kind of have done it, but for some reason it's not like sort of filtered through, but we'll get all that set up so everybody's dialed in as well. Which will be good news. Which will be good news, right. If you got any coins you want us to take a look at, any projects you think are super bullish, let me know. We'll take a look at them. I'm down for it, as always. I'm down for it. What do I think of GRT? Have we looked at that before? GRT. I feel like maybe we have. Graph token. Yeah, I feel like we've definitely looked at this. 300. Thing is, if things are like multiple 100 million, I'm like, why would I not just go and buy like a, you know, top 10, top 20 coin? Like, that's kind of my view on it. I mean, it's way down, by the way, in the 12 hour, way down, actually. Down 3.5 on the day. But yeah, I think we've definitely looked at it. But again, it topped at 35. It's currently at 9 cents. It's a long way to go for a coin that's kind of not super crazy. But yeah, that'd be my view. Kronos. Do we put, have I got Kron here? Have I not got Kron here? That is bad news if I haven't. Kronos. There we go. Where would you put Kronos? AI. No, I'll put it in here. I'll put it here. I mean, it's a what? 14 cents. That's a decent move on Kro. Like, again, I have to sit with my narrative that I say, I just don't see this going crazy. Like, I mean, Cardano broke out. That kind of had a bit of a rally on meme coins. Charles Hoskinson kind of giving a bit of a view as to kind of the future of the world, which is great. But, you know, well, I just don't see it with Crocoin. But again, don't forget, the actual Crow exchange, I mean, they're pretty good at marketing. You can't argue. And they'll probably go and buy some sports team or something, which would be pretty epic as well. So, you know, I wouldn't write them off. Just my view. You will love this, Mr. 2-bit. Based moron. Did you send me that, Gonzo, or not? You have to send me it. Asia best pump the market. Well, they dumped it last night. So let's hope they don't do it the same tonight. I actually don't know why Asia did dump the market. Does anyone know? Which higher market cap Solana players are you currently in? Bonk. Is that it? Yeah, I think just Bonk actually. Oh, why is Bitcoin? What? Oh no. It's dumping a little bit. 116, 140. Just came up saying it dropped below 116, but it hasn't. It's all right still. Yeah, I can't remember if you sent me it. Send me it. Did you send me it? Send me it again if you haven't already. If you haven't already, send me it again. I mean, you'll see it on our chats, but man, where's your name? I can't even see you on my oh, there you are. You just sent me it through. Where are you, Gonzalo? Where? Oh, there you are. You've changed your PFP. That's why I couldn't see you. Yeah, you haven't sent me that one, so okay, I'll take a look at it. It looks pretty out there. Looks pretty out there. Will there be finance on base pump today? Yeah. Well, have you seen they've delayed the Trump media thing? But yeah, will there be finance? Eric Trump still bullish on the market. He's like, go and freaking buy some crypto. He loves it. He absolutely loves it. Again, we'll wait and see what happens. I feel like something might be brewing. Maybe we'll wait and see what happens in old Jackson Hole. Nice. You're live on a different platform, which with screen sharing. I'm on YouTube as well. So I have done, so I can kind of show you guys, like, again, if you want to look at charts, I can kind of do this and be like, yo, there you go. Look. Every time I try and do it with TikTok as well, it like goes a bit crazy. So, but yeah, I'm live streaming on YouTube as well at the same time. Link in bio. Why does XRP keep dropping? I mean, the sarcastic answer is because people keep selling it. But the reality is the whole market's down. Understand that XRP is only down 0.87, which is bucking the trend of nearly every single altcoin. I would argue there's not many alts out there that are actually performing as well as XRP. Bitcoin at 1%, alts at 3 to 4, XRP at 0.8. That's okay. Something's going to pump the market by the end of the month. Hopefully. Gonzalo's nice. That's nice. I like that. Janeth, what's going on? Welcome. I mean, I think a lot of the market kind of talked, this whole kind of Trump, Zelensky thing and, the kind of Putin stuff. It was like, I don't know. I mean, the market kind of went crazy as well. Don't forget, The rally while I was on holiday, this like spike here was like insane. I mean, think about it. We went from 116 on Saturday the 9th and then literally skyrocketed. $1, $2, $3. We did like 6% in like 4 days. Think about that move, by the way. Well, 7%. So it's 7% in 4 days. That's a massive, massive spike. Like super crazy bull move on that. And then obviously PPI and a few other bits came in, and you know, this kind of what stopped it really. And I guess this is kind of what will happen. And then in my view, by the way, we'll sort of do this again. Then Bitcoin will start to grind back up again. And then, you know, this is where it could get super crazy. Like, think about it. 7% a day, we could easily break that. I mean, this was kind of where I thought first market cycle top could come in. So we could see this, you know, break something like 126 as a new all-time high, 130 if you were feeling super bullish. Then you sort of see a correction in and through September, and then kaboom, in October, we could see another massive run. Again, though, it could all be different. Like, I'm just a guy that talks about crypto on the internet. September, October, huge pump. They were really hard done toast. Yeah, I mean, look, again, if you sit in a world of 4-year cycles, then yeah, you're probably in that place. There would have to be a pretty big narrative, I think, to come in and push the market into 2026, which, by the way, could be significant institutional buying or country government buying. You never know, do you? A pullback was needed. Look, a pullback always gives people the opportunity to get back in. That's why you're seeing this kind of move up here. That's why you see more institutions buying as well. The debate will always be, though, short-term holders selling, which actually we can look at really quickly. I haven't looked at this data. Obviously, I've been very limited in what I can actually look at, so this will be interesting to see. My guess will be exactly the same as it always is, though. The short-term holders are the ones that are selling. Like, it's just how it is. And again, people that bought 160, it'll sell at 125. Like, it's just life, isn't it? Let's have a look. Bitcoin, and let's go to long-term holders. Oh my god, why do I have to sign in? Why do I have to freaking sign in? I'm still buying XRP at 3 as a bargain. 10k end of the year. Let's go, Curtis. Right, let's go to long-term holders. Oh, here we go. Here we go. And let's look at the last week. So this is the long-term holder chart. What can you see? Again, I'm going to turn you around TikTok so you can see it. Again, so this is basically long-term output profit ratio. Again, what they spent outputs. Basically, have they held Bitcoin for more than 155 days in a profit or not? Now, obviously, August 16th, we actually saw a spike in terms of long-term holders selling, which if you correlate to this was a couple of days later, actually. This was kind of this point here. So maybe just people just doing their thing. Then we see a decline. I would argue that this is going to be a very much similar sort of story. You reverse that narrative when you look at short-term holders, and actually you can see short-term holders, interesting enough, not selling as much back in August 14th, though. We actually saw, all-time high selling on 13th, continued into 14th and 15th, which perfectly aligns to market cycle top, and then obviously the dump for the 3 days. So again, pretty much the same sort of thing when we sort of get to this. Long-term holders aren't particularly selling any great numbers. Short-term holders, as always, are dumping their bags because they are complete choppers. I think Trump is going to announce at Jackson Hole that he and Trump are going to have a bit. I mean, that would be pretty wild. I don't know how the markets would react, but I mean, who knows? ADA still has a steal the spotlight in a week or two. Yeah, look, I mean, Cardano had a nice little run. It's 91 cents. If you caught at the bottom here, we talked about this. We talked about this. This consolidation range, this important level. Did just break underneath actually, but then look at that, moved perfectly from that line. So yeah, that kind of 71 range or something, I think it was. Pretty interesting. Pretty interesting. Yeah. Unstaking's at an all-time high. What on ETH? We can check that out actually. I haven't seen ETH. Is it on here? Hold on a minute. Yes, we saw a significant amount of ETH being unstaked. It is climbing back up again right now. And when we say a significant amount, We went from here August 14th, which was obviously the start of the dump, from 36,160,000 Ethereum staked to 36,023,000. So like 136,000 Ethereum was unstaked in a singular day. It's a big chunk of Ethereum, isn't it? That is a big chunk of Ethereum. What's that? Anyone do the quick maths on it? 136,000 times 4,000. Let's say 4,400 is just under $600 million worth of Ethereum. Still not the biggest thing in the world. Still not the biggest thing in the world, but yeah. Why are you shouting in the title? I'm not. It's a text-based title, so it's impossible to shout. You could argue, you could say, why is your title all in capitals? And then if you look at my history of all my live streams, you would go, oh, that's why, because they're always in capitals. Some people like to put some words in capitals. Some people like to use small capitals. Some people use punctuation. I just like to use capitals. And I think that I have done now for 3.5 years, and I'm not going to change it. So, yeah. But definitely not shouting. Shouting would imply that I am literally shouting that title, which I'm not. So, but yeah, good to have you here. And I like the fact that your name is Intense Viewer Experience. I mean, that is intense when you have a massive capitalized title. It's like, wow, we need to talk about cryptocurrency right now. You haven't seen it for a week, so get in here. It's going to be great. And like, you know, about 30 people turn up, but you know, it's life. It's life. Feyenoord's in the house. What's good on Feyenoord? Good to see you, pal. Welcome. Appreciate you dialing in as always. Yeah, pretty good. Pretty bullish. Pretty bullish. Right, good news. Okay, so we've done staking, we've done Bitcoin, interest rates are coming, that's good news. Jerome Powell at Jackson Hole, and we've been talking about meme coins. So yeah, I mean, it's over to you guys. Over to you guys. But yeah, silly question. It just makes it easier for deaf people to read. Let's go on, Stu. I mean, that's technically true as well. What's up, Mike? Like your streams. Hey, Feyenoord. I like the fact you come and listen to them. It's great. I genuinely, like, I was literally sat there, and this is really sad, by the way, and I probably have to say it a little bit quiet because my missus would literally kill me, but I was kind of like sat there last Sunday thinking, man, the signal's awful. Like, the market's going crazy and I can't talk about cryptocurrency. Like, I'm gonna have to like sit here with my kids and my missus and talk about croissants and baguettes. But yeah, shut up to Happy. But anyway, we're back. I have like no stress. Let it dump and I buy more. As long as BlackRock, etc. buy, it's all good. I mean, that's a good way of thinking about it. BlackRock are continuing to buy Bitcoin. That is a fact of the matter. And yeah, we can't deny it. It is life. So yeah, it is good news as always. The question will be what happens tomorrow. You know, that's going to be what's on everyone's lips. What do the Asian markets do, which open up in like, what, 3 hours time? What do they do? How does that then influence the market? And more importantly, what does tomorrow look like? Do we think we're going to get a dump? Do we think we're going to get a pump? Who knows? We'll see. We'll see. You know, I think we could see an interesting day tomorrow. Not a lot going on. We get the minutes on Wednesday. That'll be kind of where it gets. That'll be where it gets kind of fun. A little bit trench. I actually still have a long open on XRP at 271. I got that, and I still have a long open on BTC. That I got 117. I might even add a little bit more margin to that 116.3. Probably should have got the dip on it, but yeah, I'm still long on XRP from 271. So do you dabble with meme coins? Yeah. I mean, you have to, don't you? Like, if you're in this market, you can't not like mess around with meme coins. They're too much fun. I mean, well, it's just where I was. Like, honestly, the signal was so bad. I can't even tell you. I uploaded a video. Bear in mind, they were like 5-minute videos, which is basically me stood there with my phone recording myself. They took like 1 hour and 25 minutes to upload. We had no Wi-Fi or anything, but like 1 hour and 25 minutes. It's just like, what the hell is this? Like, why is this taking so long? Anyway, it's just life. Nice. I long BTC similar range and Solana around 180. Yeah, it's okay, I think. I think that's okay. Like I said, you know, there's some key supports. I think I'm very optimistic that we hit this support and are now bouncing back up. That gives me a little bit more optimism as to where the market's going to go up. So I'm like, yeah. You shouldn't joke about stuff like that, Holmes. I actually did say that to my missus. Sorry, I'm just opening the window. It's pretty warm in here. I actually did say that. I was like, right, that's it. I'm getting Starlink for my next on holiday. Not happening. I'm not in a world where I can't like connect to the internet or can't upload content. So yeah, we're getting Starlink. I don't even know how much it is. Will one BTC make millionaires ever? Gerard, the laws of probability would state yes. Because if you were in a world of saying, well, I think Bitcoin will go to 1 million before it goes to 0, then you're probably going to be fine. And even just by the supply, you could argue that by 2100, what's Bitcoin going to be? Lots of people believe by 2030, Bitcoin could be at 1 million. I mean, that's what? 5 years' time. That could be possible. Might sound random, but how are you lighting your face right now? I have 2 big, lights up there that are lighting me. They're not actually turned up as much as they can be. I could turn them up a bit more. There you go. Is that a bit better? Is that a bit better? But they're there, basically. They're like on my monitors here. But that was a bit random. What do you think about the CBDC and how it affects the markets? I'm not a fan of CBDCs, and I don't see why we need them. Personally, it doesn't make any sense to me to have them. And yeah, I think they're just basically a digital fiat, which we're not about. Kids be shouting through your window now. Yeah, I mean, potentially they might do. They might do. Especially if they're like, oh my God, the lights turned up. Jackson Hole predictions. Well, I mean, look, we were talking about this earlier. I mean, difficult to... I think Jerome Powell's like super difficult to read at the minute. And I think his last statement wasn't good. And he'll have PPI to sit back on now, which isn't great. Which isn't great, really. He'll have PPI and go, well, you know, like at the minute, manufacturers are not passing on the cost to consumers. I think that's where he could go. I think that's where he could go if he wanted to. I think he'd be brave to kind of come in bearish, though, given everything that's happening. But, I mean, look. Difficult one to call, I think. I was trying to see if there was actually any sort of ideas out there. Powell's used Jackson Hole to battle inflation and buoy jobs. He's now caught between both. So, Reuters have announced Federal Powell used central bank's annual Wyoming research conference to promise inflation fighting rigor. When it was needed in 2020 last year, he came to the defense of the job market with the promise of lower interest rates, and the unemployment rate seemed ready to start. In his valedictory speech in the conference before his term ends next May, Powell on Friday faces a choice between the two. Both investors in the Trump administration have strong expectations that rates will fall at the Fed September meeting regardless. So, I mean, yeah, he could come in and be like, PPI data suggests that the manufacturing markets and the manufacturers are not passing on the cost at the minute, which might be bad news. We'll see. What's going on, Crypto Holmes? Good to see you, buddy. Welcome. They still think 3 cuts this year, though. Yeah, some people even think 4 cuts, maybe. CBDCs to control, have power over people. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Jared, thanks for the follow, man. I appreciate that. Appreciate it. So we'll see. Yeah, we'll definitely see. But yeah, we will keep an eye out. Look at this. Look at this new layout. How cool is this new layout, by the way? Bullish on this layout. You guys, can you guys see that? It's here, look. You can see it, look. Oh, yeah. Anyway, I think it looks cool. I think it looks cool. And by the way, I actually have a new exit scene for you guys. So get ready for that. It's going to be pretty exciting as well. Like I said, worked hard. In fairness, my video editor, I was like, bro, I can't send you any videos. So you need to do some stuff for me for my live streams. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. Curtis, check the Telegram. That's why. There is a very good reason for that. Very good reason. Bullish on ADA? Yeah, maybe. Yeah, so am I, Cheese, actually. Bullish on the layout, and the weird, like, stuff is, like, not great. Not great. But, yeah, Cardano, I still own a little bit of Cardano. Not a lot. Or did I sell it? I can't remember. Can't remember. But, yeah, should be good news. Should be good news. Curtis, are you not in the Telegram? Yeah, 100% to Marpy. Get ready. It's exciting. The same music, different style, baby. It's exciting. I'm bearish on you setting the Discord up. It's set up. What are you talking about? You're in it. It just doesn't work. You can't say, well, I'm bearish on you setting that up. Like, I just haven't got it to work. 420, you're a Discord kind of guy, aren't you? 420, I'm going to message you on, I'll message you on X. If you're a Discord kind of guy, can you set the Discord up? Because I think I've messed it up again. I love how it moves against all others' assets at the time. Yeah, that's true. What are your main holdings at the minute? XRP, Ethereum, Solana is probably my top 3 at the minute. Are the charges dropped on XRP? Yeah, yes, they're all done and dusted. Yeah, I believe so. I believe so. I mean, I am, but I'm not at the same time. Yeah, well, see, that's where I'm at. I think I've kind of, the bots are all set up. The only thing it's not allowing people to do is verify. And I don't know why. Give me one more night. I'll sort it, Hums. I'll sort it, I promise. Is anyone any good at Discord? By the way, is anyone any good at freaking Discord? Oh, come on. Oh, dear. I don't know why it's not set. Why it's not letting people in though. It's kind of wild. Nice still. No good price. Yeah, look, it's still pretty good. I mean, I could get Crypto J to do it in fairness. He probably would. Probably would. If it helps 2-bit, I am not. Yeah, brilliant, Lauren. That absolutely is exactly what I wanted. Exactly. I mean, that helps no end, in fact. It's probably the most helpful thing you've ever said. So, yeah, I just want to say thank you for that in front of everybody. I mean, I'm more in one place, but that's literally just kick scammers out. Yeah. Look, if I can't sort it tonight, I'll get someone to sort it out. But I think we should be fine. I think we should be fine. Come on, XRP to $10. Super bullish. Yeah, I hope so. ETH. Yeah, ETH 4336. Look, if ETH, I want to see ETH back above 4350. That's what I'd like to see ETH close out tonight. That'd be a good line for ETH. Above that sort of, above that line, I'd be bullish on that. I'll be bullish on that. If not, then we could be in for a bit of a sore one tomorrow. But look, Bitcoin's back above 116,500. That's pretty good news. ETH above 4350, I think we'll be all right. And look, if the Asian markets decide to come in with momentum, by the way, markets markets kind of moving like it should be, then we should be in for a pretty decent day. Again, difficult to always call, difficult to kind of get it in the right line, but sentiment feels like it's a bit better. And when you understand that basically the market did dump today, but then on the back of that, we saw lots of kind of things buying, then it is sort of, it is fine, really. So, right. Curtis, there you go. Going to be a catalyst to move upwards or downwards to the consolidate. Yeah, I mean, look, the fact we've seen the sell-off should give people the opportunity to get into the market. If they then choose to get in the market, then, happy days. We'll see. We'll see. And Solana, again, if you've got a big meme narrative, then we're fine. No, it's a different one. We've set a brand new one at 420 because it all just got a bit messy, that last one. All just got like weird. There's like loads of different like weird channels in it and loads of weird private channels and Christ knows what else. We just need like a super simple general chit chat, a couple of them level things. And then we'll probably I've got the YouTube one set up, so all my YouTube content goes into that. And then we'll probably set up like a traders one. Might be behind a paywall. I don't know. I'm gonna make some money. The market dumped. But yeah, Red Jack Solana, I think 183 is fine. I think, look, again, lower resistance 175. This range now probably feels like we're in a good place. So yeah, I think Solana's fine as well. So yeah. All gravy, baby. I don't even think I've got the Discord thing set up here. Hold on a minute. Let me click on this. Let me click on this. Man, you guys have been smashing the like button as well. You guys are legendary. Where is it? See, it's called a 2-bit. So I've got server rules are set up. That's fine. I've got the bots that need to be in. I just need to work out how to freaking verify people, which is through which is the verify bot? 𝗥𝗲𝗹𝘁𝗲𝗍, I think. I think 𝗥𝗲𝗹𝗁's the verifier. Hold on a minute. Hold on a freaking minute. Let's have a look. I thought 𝗥𝗲𝗹𝗁 did the verifications. Anyway. Maybe I'm lying, but I don't think I'm lying. Carl is already added bot settings. I don't know. I'll have a look at it. If anyone has got any ideas, by the way, of like what bots should we be using to then make sure that they're in, because I can just delete them if I want, but it seems to be working. I thought that it literally did like what it's meant to do. Yeah, welcome in the verified channel. I don't know. It's all a bit complicated. Roles, moderation, auto mod. Oh, maybe it doesn't do verification then. I thought it did. I thought it did do verification. Right. Anyway, that's me done. I'm gonna have 10 minutes trying to get the Discord working, and I'll share the link. Don't forget, we'll be back tomorrow night as always, 4 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. here in the UK, breaking down all the cryptocurrency markets, giving you the best. And don't forget, by the way, we do have our new and unadulterated outro, so I hope you guys are going to enjoy it. But as always, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on all the latest cryptocurrency content. Watch out tomorrow. Bitcoin sitting at 116,500 is good news if you ask me. So until tomorrow, stay cool, enjoy the jazzy music. I'll catch you on the flip side.